This semester, I completed my 25 hours at Riverfront in La Crosse. At first, when I wanted to find a volunteer opportunity, I wanted to work with kids because that's what I was familiar with. I worked at a place this summer with kids with disabilities, but when I applied at Riverfront, they only had positions in their day program available, which really focuses on working with adults, and therefore, like my population that I did work with was adults with various disabilities. These disabilities included people with hearing and visual impairments, cognitive disabilities, people on the autism spectrum. It was pretty unique that there was so many disabilities that I was able to work with there. Um, while I was there in the day program, I would help out with classes that the participants would choose on their own. Um, each day of the week to be involved with. A lot of these classes were like cooking, languages, music and karaoke, physical activity, spas, and like a beauty room, crafts, computers, like a bunch of variety of different things, which I thought was super cool to provide options for the participants. And most of the time when I would volunteer, I'd help out in the kitchen with the cooking classes or in the spa room doing different sorts of beauty things. But when I was in the cooking classes, what we would start off with every day was gathering the ingredients, and then we would have the participants like read off the directions and help with the different steps for the recipe, and so that everyone was involved. And in the spa, it was just an area where people could get their hair done, their nails, and like shoulder massages. It was kind of cool. It was kind of put me into a different role or what I was used to in regards to like the recreational aspect of it. But I think like the best part of the experience was probably all of the relationships that I grew with the participants, and how you can see how a participant can grow and just be impacted by your presence there. And I think that like that really was a special part of my whole experience there, despite like some of the challenges. Like I think one of the main things that I found challenges with, but eventually like overcame or like kind of worked on, was like people who had speech impairments or difficulty like expressing their thoughts and emotions. It was kind of a challenge for me to pick up on those different things between each different participant, but I think that overall it helped me like in the different aspects with the different participants and learning how to deal with that adversity. I thought that was definitely something that was a positive outcome, even though it was difficult at one time. I think that if I was to recommend this to other people looking for a volunteer opportunity within this field, I would definitely recommend it, just because it is a different kind of program than what most programs do. I think it's unique how the participants can pick their classes, and like the classes change every so often, and it kind of gives them like that independence to kind of make their own decisions. And I also like how there are different options working with kids or with adults. And actually, for my exit interview for the volunteer experience at Riverfront, the volunteer coordinator was talking about how she is trying to expand the volunteer opportunities that are going to be offered at Riverfront. So I think I'm really looking forward to that, because for sure I'm going to try to stick with it in my free time or next semester when I do have other classes that require hours. I definitely think that that's an option, or potentially for jobs or internships. I know they just got an internship program approved through UWL that the volunteer coordinator was telling me about. But yeah, I mean, like in the broad like spectrum of things, I really think that this helped me, like I mentioned before, get experience with a different population of people besides kids. And I thought it was pretty cool, because for something that I experienced this summer was that kids can come each day and you don't know what to expect. I mean, that's with, I feel like, a lot of people with disabilities, but I think what I saw with the adults is that they're more used to like a routine schedule. They know a lot from what's right and wrong, um, unlike some of the children. So I thought that was really cool to get that perspective on things too. And then I think my overall outcome of volunteering, and something that I really enjoyed the most, was how you can build relationships with the participants that you're working with. And I think that's so special that when you walk in and they see you, like their face lights up. And I think it's pretty cool to not only be someone that is a mentor for them, but to be their friend as well. And I think that was one of the coolest things too about volunteering, was it would give me a break from my day and to do something that I really love, and to hang out with people that I consider my friends.